欢迎来到 Mandarin Monkey 广播时间。
Why, hello there, and welcome back to the Mandarin Monkey Podcast, episode 335.
第335集。
我是必然。
我是不必然。
There you go. Did we do that before?
Yeah.
And did I laugh at 不必?
Yeah.
Was that the joke from before?
对。
Okay, great. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is a special day because it's 星期五.
对啊，星期五。
It's the weekend, everybody.
好棒哦。
It's happy days.
我今天觉得有点累耶，就觉得
Yeah.
星期五到了，好像要休息了。
But 为什么 Like you said to me yesterday, 昨天你说了 like为什么 why did the weekends come so fast?
对啊，为什么
You're like, just yesterday it was Saturday and Sunday was a weekend. Now it's suddenly a weekend again. What happened?
很忙啊，生活就很忙啊。
Well, life is busy, isn't it? Life is busy. Do you know what nobody said on YouTube? We swap sides.
对，
Nobody said that.
好像没有人发现哈。
Yeah.
他们可能也不管。
But obviously the podcast listeners won't know either. We don't sound like we're on a different side. That's an interesting thought though, isn't it? Maybe putting one person on the left ear and one on the right. Is that confusing?
哇，这是我们以前在台湾的位置啊。在台湾的时候，我就在右边。
Okay, that was my okay.
然后等到我们搬到英国来之后，我们就换边了，对不对？
We did. We did. We've been in loads of different positions over the years.
还有背景。
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, background as well. And because where did we start? Obviously on a table. We started
在床上。
We started on a table.
对。
A little table in the bedroom.
超小。
This sounds like but just I just want to let you know to me, and other people have already picked this up.
好。
Everything I've said so far has sounded like an innuendo, like it's like has a hidden sexual meaning.
哦。有吗？
You have obviously you haven't picked up this stuff, fine, but like I realized as soon as I said it, we've been doing it in different positions since we started.
Oh.
And we started on a table.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? We started on a table in the bedroom.
好。
And then we moved into the office.
Yeah.
And and we were on a desk.
Right.
And did it on a desk. Sat behind a desk.
对。
See, now you're thinking it every time I say it, even though it's innocent.
对，因为你说了。 你很烦欸。
And then we went from bedroom, so bedroom to living room or bedroom to office?
都有，那时候
是
一刚开始是房间跟我们的客厅，
我们的客厅，然后办公室吗？
对，然后办公室，然后我们的墙壁变成绿色的。
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was completely green. Yeah, green screen it.
然后我们就搬来英国之后，我们就在比较小的房间。
Small room, yeah.
后面都是那个丛林 ，the jungle thing， 记得吗
？Yeah, and shelves. Yeah,
然后我们的大的猴子，一个很大只的猴子就在中间的样子。
Yeah.
然后现在
And now we've got this one with Mickey Mouse. 我不知道为什么我们有 Mickey 老鼠。
米奇老鼠。
哦，米奇。
对，我找到一个 app， 它是可以做那个 photo tiles。我在想 photo tiles。
What's a photo tiles？
就是他们会把你的那个照片 print out， 然后做成一格一格一格的。
Oh, do you put them on the wall?
对。
Oh.
Photo tiles.
Okay.
然后我在想，要不要就是我们 Mandarin Monkey 的朋友，他们可以就是跟 Mandarin Monkey 的东西 ，like maybe 衣服啊，或者是帽子啊，然后拍照。
照片吗？
对，就拍照给我们。然后我们就把它印出来，放在我们的墙壁上。
But we can't stick it on the wall. We can't stick things on the wall.
有那种 3M 的那个
Oh, unless we get like one of these, like a canvas. And just
放在一起
like a blank one, and then we put it on the canvas.
可以。
Yeah.
对啊，我们可以
We can do that.
Yeah. 我喜欢这个点子。
Okay.
好。
Have a look at it. So 今天我们的聊天是什么？ 你知道吗？Or you're hitting the microphone with your tea, number one. Is that lava?
Yeah, 很烫。
Yeah. It's good. We kind of have to make it我们的 traditional cha because it'll cool down too quickly otherwise because we speak for an hour, don't we?
Yeah.
And talking about that, actually, no, saying that, it is a 传统, isn't it?
是啊，是一个
泡茶，
对，
是我们的传统。
我们在聊，我们之前在聊，因为英国人很爱喝茶。
Yeah, but now 现在你知道 you're addicted. do you think you've ever had it worse with tea before you came here?
我觉得我来英国以后比较糟糕一点。
Now
现在我觉得我很需要茶。
Right, and the difference is, yeah, 现在是夏天。
哦，对。
So you talk to your mum, you say, Mum, I'm just going to go make myself a hot tea. Right, she'll be like, she think you're mad.
不会啊，台湾人也喝热茶。
Not in summer.
有
No.
有啦
Iced tea. What are you talking about?
没有年轻人，当然是我是年轻人，我是年轻人，所以我当然是喝那个饮料店的饮料。
You're not old, but you're not young anymore. Okay.
好，我在台湾的时候我很年轻。
Are you?
Okay.Yeah.
Okay. That's your 感觉。你
觉得我很老吗？
No, but you're not young.
那是因为你觉得，那是因为
And when you realize that,
那是因为我有三个孩子，所以你会觉得我比较老，这是 like mentally feeling， 对吗
？Yeah, I mean, but you look.
30岁不老，好不好，先生？他今天你早上就说 I can't believe we're getting old.
No. What sort of? I can't believe we're going to get old.
We are going to get old.
Like we're gonna get old. I'm not saying now we're old.
对啊
I'm just saying we're gonna get old.
Okay.
And life's gonna be way different.
可是
Yeah.
你年轻的时候，你不会想到自己会变老啊。
No, you don't even think about it.
所以是到你真的觉得我好像 I'm at the age now， 你才会有 we're gonna get old 这种想法。
Yeah.
对吗
Yeah, but and life's gonna be totally different.
对啊，是啊，没错啊。
And do you know what made me think that? You saying don't cut on this chopping board. That's what made me think it.
Okay.
We have two chopping boards, right? They're both solid blocks of wood. And she doesn't want me to cut things on one of them because she wants it to look nice.
没有，好，我要解释，你没有解释那个 details， 我需要解释。我去 Costco 看到一个那个中文叫做砧板 ，OK 的 cutting board 是
chopping block，
是砧板。这个砧板呢，它里面有很多不一样颜色的 plastic board。
Yeah, it's one of those.
对，然后每一个板子上面都有，比如说这是 for 鸡肉的，这是鱼肉的，这是蔬菜的，这是 cheese， 这是面包的，这是很多种。所以你要把那个东西拿出来，然后放在这个砧板上面，你开始切。所以这个原本这个砧板不是 for cutting 的，就是你要把那个板子放上去之后，你再开始切，懂吗？
Well, no, I mean, I get it. There's different colored little plastic thingies that come with it that you put it on the top.
对啊。
But it is just a solid block of wood. And it's fine to cut it. It's not going to damage it, really.
No,
it will scratch it, but that's its job.
我很喜欢这个砧板，所以我不想要它有一些
他的工作 Okay, yeah.
他生气
So what were we talking about before that? Where were we going before that?
老这件事情
we're getting old.
传统喝茶
yeah. And you drinking more, right?
对
I drink
现在
4 a day.
可是我觉得我们来到英国之后，我们的压力变得越来越大。就是那个压力是不一样，在台湾的压力跟在英国的压力是不一样的。
Yeah.
所以我压力大的时候，我会想要喝茶，因为我不能喝珍珠奶茶 ，I can't buy it every day.
No.
所以我必须要喝茶。
Yeah. Well, you could just buy tapioca and put it in there.
很贵啊，你知道吗？
Well, we could grow our own.
好，我自己做。
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know where tapioca comes from. I know you make it.
会啊，你可以做。
Gummy stuff.
对，反正我就是不要做。
What is it?
啊
It's gluten. Is it gluten or what's it called?
对，我不知道。对，我不知道。
对 No, I know nothing.
我要查，你要我查吗？
You can find it if you want.
好
But we could. I mean, we tried to make tangyuan and we failed miserably with diarrhea in here, and we all laughed about it, but we failed. So we could try tapioca also and try that. But you're supposed to make it in like it's supposed to be eaten or consumed within
很快。
小时,
Yeah.
isn't it? Or a couple of hours? Is it a couple of hours or is it a day?
Well, 如果是新鲜的，放在冷冻放在那个冰箱的是2个小时。
Oh, okay, or 2 hours.
2个小时。
In a 冰箱?
对
Oh, so you literally have to make it and eat it.
对啊。
That's useless.
为什么？
Who would start a business that revolves around that?
没有啊，就是我讲的是在那个tea shop 里面。
Yeah.
我以前就是要，比如说11点我们 open door， 我8点就要去开始煮那个珍珠。
Yeah.
然后煮好以后放在冰箱2个小时，你一定要卖完。
Yeah, and if you don't, you throw it all away.
没有啊，就我吃掉啊，我们吃掉，我们自己喝掉。
Yeah, but if there's a lot of it,
不会
you've got
啦，
like a bucket.
对对。
You know what I mean?
可是大家几乎来买饮料都会买珍珠，
Shaitong?
对，水桶
You have a shaitong of
珍珠，
珍珠
对，
You're not going to eat all of that.
没有啦。可是
There must
客
be so
人
much waste.
没有，就是你不需要煮这么多，就是2个小时煮一次嘛，所以你可能煮 a certain amount， 就是比较小一点的桶子，
Okay.
然后2个小时之后再煮一次。
That's a crazy business to me.
会吗？就是要新鲜啊 ，you know fresh， 对不对？
No, I understand why you do it.
对
That just you can't base a business around. Well, I mean, obviously people do, but like
，Yeah。
it must be so cheap to buy
No.
because
Also, people 在台湾，大家会觉得it's like rare， 你知道吗？就是很少见的，所以他们一定要在对的时间去买珍珠奶茶。这是一种 like competition。
would you buy a gentle naicha with one massive gentle in it?
哈？
Would you buy a gentle naicha with one like 很大的gentle in it?
不会，
Like just one big ball, like a golf ball size gentle one.
不要，
Why?
我不能吃啊。
You could get 叉子 and just
这就一口
yeah. No, because it's golf ball size. You know, you'd have to take a few bites out of it,
No，
like a small orange.
这个不是好玩的地方，
Oh God! So you like sucking the bogies up through the?
那不是 bogey， 那是珍珠
Okay, good. Are you going to tell me?
啊。OK， 我看英文很慢所以
Okay, so I'll keep going then, shall I? Yeah.
有，他说需要 tapioca flour， 所以有一种 flour 是 for tapioca。
There's oh. You mean like 花粉, not 花
粉啊，它是珍珠粉。
粉? Yeah. You mean like
粉
flour, not like
flour
a flower.
哦，不是花，你需要 tapioca flour， 那个我不知道它的中文是什么，反正就是粉啊，一种粉。然后
Water.
然后他说你需要那个 black food color，no 不需要，因为我们那个颜色是黑色，是因为是黑糖。我们需要
like
煮
black sugar?
对，我们需要煮黑糖，
Oh, brown sugar, really?
对 brown sugar， 对啊，然后你就开始就是揉，那叫什么
Hang on, I still don't understand how you do it.
哈
If you get 粉
水
and then right, then
粉
water
水，然后开始揉，
and then brown sugar
对，
and you mix them all
揉
together
揉，对，
in a
碗啊都可
in
以
a
啦
bowl. Warm water, cold water,
我不知道
boiling water. The water of life.
boiling 就是沸水，
Okay.
煮沸的
So
水，
you scald your hands
对
mixing. Oh no, I suppose you can use a spoon, right?
对
And then you mix up into like a dough, into a dough, like a mixture.
对
And then how do you make the balls? Do you manually roll them by hand?
对啊，
All right, I'm out.
你要揉啊，揉一揉之后把它用成长的嘛，然后再切完以后它不是圆形的，
Okay.
你要再继续把它揉成圆形的，
Can you imagine? How do there must be machines, right?
应该吧，一定有。
Because they're all exactly the same size, and
对啊，
there
一
must
定
be.
有，一定有。所以你说要自己煮吗？我当然可以啊，但是我不要啊，就很累。
Yeah, I don't think we should change. I don't think Mandarin Monkey should become a cooking channel. Personally, I don't think it should become a cooking channel. Because I don't know. Just no.
很好啊，就是每个人的 cooking channel 就是 perfect， 就是很棒，很好吃。
Yeah.
我们可以做一个就是 not perfect
Cooking
one，
fails.
对，就是告诉大家你可以失败。
Yeah, like real life one.
Yeah, real life one， 就是你不是每一次做东西都是完美的。
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could try. We could definitely try.
Yeah, 传统喝茶。
Okay. Gentle Nightcha is definitely not on the list of businesses we're going to open for suresies because
为什么
because it seems like such a waste.
没有，现在你当然就是买做好的，你就跟那个 like factory 或是什么 shop 买他们的珍珠。
Right. No, so what I'm saying is, right, you're starting a business, right? You get all the ingredients
好
to make Gentle Nightcha.
好
Right, we've got one Gentle Nightcha machine. We buy it. Right, it's a couple $100 or something. We buy it. We're like, oh yeah, we found one cheap. We get it, okay. And we've opened our garage, and we've started a new shop. Right, you get the Gentle. You chopped it up. You've mixed it. We bought all the ingredients to make the Gentle. We've got the tea, and then we mix the thing. And it's 8 o'clock, and you mix it. Put it in the fridge. We've got 2 hours to sell the whole bucket of thing. Right, no one comes to our shop.
当然不可能，这是英国
So we've just got to get our kids and we've got to like pig it and just stick our faces in the and eat as much Gentle as we can. Next day, repeat.
Yeah.
Right? No one comes.
当然
One person comes.
当然不会。
Then that's my problem with this is like you have to prepare something. You might sell. And if you don't, you throw it away.
问题是你
2 hours is not long.
你选的地方不对啊，你不能选在英国啊，英国人不喝珍珠奶茶的。
I think there's a number of people who would like a Gentle.
那很少 compared to Taiwan.
Yeah, of course.
Right? 我不是讲说英国人不喝，是如果我们说在台湾、台北、台中、台南、高雄，
Yeah.
所有地方你去到一个地方 random place 一定有珍珠奶茶店，大家一定喝珍珠奶茶。但是在英国你要选在伦敦。你要选在中文大学附近
Yeah, I know.
就是有人在学中文的那种大学附近学生他们可能会喝
But so that's my point, right? About starting a business. If I say to you though, but even in Taiwan, there's no guarantee people would come to our shop. If we open an English shop in Taiwan, what's a shop that you think we have here that would be good in Taiwan?
什么呀
What's a food here that you thought, oh yeah, we should have that in Taiwan?
我觉得 jacket potato
Okay, like we open a jacket potato shop, right? I've actually seen one in Taiwan before.
不一样
But they're different.
他们做的不一样
Yeah, so let's say we make英国的烤马铃薯 and
roast dinner 也可以
roasted as nice as yeah, right? We could do that too. So we do a shop that does that, right? But the special thing about this shop is the potatoes, they go off in 2 hours. Huh? Do you know what I mean? Massive problem.
Yeah.
You open a shop, but the potatoes go off in 2 hours, and then you've got no more potatoes for the day. You have to wait until tomorrow and get some new potatoes. But if people don't buy it in 2 hours,
对啊
your shop's done.
对啊
Doesn't make any sense to me. But 烤马铃薯, there's an idea right
可是
there.
我觉得这是台湾人特别的地方，就是如果你告诉他我们这间店从8点到11点只卖 jacket potato， 他们会在这个时间they will get excited， 他们会觉得OK， 我一定要就是你知道，我一定要在8点到11点中间来这个店，然后吃他们的这个很特别的东西。
We've seen the 派对 in Taiwan for shops that open, new shops that open.
所以我觉得这个可能对你来说是一种挑战，但是我觉得在台湾他们应该会很爱，他们会很喜欢这种 excitement。对啊，
我想这是很特别的奇怪的行为。This 派对 for like 新的店 is it's so interesting also that people will queue up for a new barbecue shop.
And normally 这种热度就只有2天3天。
Yeah.
在第4天就没有人了。
Yeah.
因为他们都觉得新的东西，然后吃完就OK 好吃完了，然后就不会再来了。
There's a market for electronic traditional Mandarin books.
什么意思
My eyes are getting so dry.
为什么
I don't know, I'm just relaxed, I guess.
Okay.
Because I'm 很累, you know, from my mind that does not ever want to turn off and allow me to sleep. God, it's so annoying. When you snuggle up and you have a wife, right? 我有一个老婆
还在这里
是她 and she sleeps like the 医生给她麻醉剂 like just okay, we're going to count in 10, 9 and she's out. Dribbling and everything, right?
Yeah.
I explained my little 故事 to you last night. I get my thingy, my book, and I read until I kind of start nodding off and it falls off and I go, okay, right, yeah, now's the time I need to go to sleep, right? I need to embrace this sleep, right? Put it down. I get my little story on because I don't like being left alone with my mind. And I turn my story on and
好复杂
it goes, and at the moment I'm listening to Harry Potter, The Deathly Hallows, read by Stephen Fry.
对
I've already listened to the book, but I listened to this particular chapter, The Life and Lies of Dumbledore.
对
And Stephen Fry, he's an 英国的演员 很有名的人 and he's a very relaxing voice. The Life and Time. And I never, it's 22 minutes or something, the chapter. I never make it through.
很好啊
Ever. But what happens is it stops after 30 minutes of timer and my brain goes, la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-day-o on the 30 minutes. So it will go, la-di-da-di-da-di-day, you got work tomorrow. And then it suddenly goes, oh, you got that meeting tomorrow, haven't you? And then this you got the proposal thing coming up. And then you should do this. And what about that bill? You haven't paid that bill. And oh, the rent's due. And all of these life things play in my head. And then I'm up. And my brain's awake. And I'm like, oh, come on. And because you're so asleep, I don't want to disturb you.
呀，你的大脑好烦哦。
对啊 La-di-da. Sorry, yeah, go on.
可以不要，可以请你的大脑就冷静一下吗？
I can't do anything about it. I could go medical. That's the only way. I could just go medical, just go full on proper sleep medicine.
我觉得你需
and
要
just knock me out.
呀，我觉得你需要。
But then I will not be available.
哇
Any kind of rescue. If someone breaks into the house,
Rescue.
you're on your own.
Okay.
If the kids are crying,
这是
Sydney,
我的本来就是我的工作啦。因为如果是 Maxi 哭的话，他会哭到我起来，然后我会去帮他。
No, you won't. That's the problem.
我会
再见。
呀，我会啦。
What were we talking about before that? Before I interrupted you with my sleep story?
我不知道传统喝茶。
Oh, way after that. We did tradition. We did cha,
还有
chi.
什么？
We did
珍珠奶茶店
shop, a 烤马铃薯 shop,
烤马铃薯
and the xingwei,
roast dinner
and the queuing up 排队
对啊
behavior that happens in Taiwan. And then
然后没有啦
I can't remember what it was.
我不记得了
Sleeping.
睡觉
Oh, I don't know. It's your fault. It's not. It's my fault and completely. Okay.
我忘记了
What I was going to say is, can you get our app up,
啊
please?
好
All right.
要做什么
Can you get our app up and go into the library?
是
Click in library and then go into story 56, which is our latest story.
对啊
And then click on the first part, which is the Zhongwen only part. And could you read the story, please?
我
Yeah.
只有我在这里
Yeah. Just read the story.
好
Do you want me to translate?
看你啊
Okay, go on then.
好这个故事呢是不放弃
Don't give up.
在一个小村里
In a small village,
有一位老锤匠
there was an old hammersmith.
他每天都在工坊里
He was in his workshop every day.
用自己的双手做铁器
He made iron tools with his own hands.
工厂里的机器威胁着他的工作
The machines in the modern factories threatened his work.
但他不放弃
But he wouldn't give up.
他说这是我们的传统
He said, "This is our tradition.
不能放弃
We can't give up."
你想咳嗽
Yeah, I was going to die then a little bit.
他的孙子看到他的努力，
His grandson saw his efforts.
决定学习这门工艺。
He decided to learn the craft.
一开始两代人有很多不同的意见。
At first, the two generations had many different opinions.
但慢慢的，他们开始理解对方，
But slowly, they began to understand each other.
最後孫子也成了一位出色的錘匠。
Eventually, the grandson became an amazing, an outstanding hammersmith.
繼續傳承這門工藝。
And to continue to pass on the craft. Now, so that was our latest story on the app. Now, if I skip over a couple of tabs, because underneath each story, there's 4 tabs, right?
對
And there's simplified and traditional and English and pinyin, but there's also vocab. If I go through some of the vocab, just some of it's quite interesting. The first word of the story and the title of the story also is 不放弃, which is don't give up. That's a good piece of advice.
很好啊。
Don't you think?
對啊，這是在人
But also, 不好意思，放棄
呀，放棄
Yeah, 不放棄
呀，
but also
放棄。
放棄。你知道我的意思吗？
哦，好深哦。
就是很好深 because it depends on. We talked about this before, didn't we? Quite a lot. It depends. What 你的目标是什么 and how realistic. There's this word, right? Realistic, and it ruins everything, right? And especially ruins everything when your parents say it when you're younger, and you're like, I want to be astronaut, right? And your parents like go, let's be realistic, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to get a job as you in the supermarket or whatever it is.
這個太那個了吧
No, I know. I'm not saying that's good parenting. There's different態度, isn't there? Either you can say to your child, let's concentrate on something that is real. For example,
是
医生,律師,
對
護士, or whatever. I don't know. That a job, a different job. 销售人員 or something.
Yeah.
Let's concentrate on something that you can you're guaranteed you can do with study or whatever it is. But like I used to I want to direct movies.
對啊
Let's be realistic, yeah?
為什麼不行
Just because this is the realism part, right? It's not. You said this is where it gets difficult. Is it negative to say? So I'd love to direct a movie. I still love to direct a movie.
對啊
But is it realistic for if I'm 18 and I said to my dad, no, I'm going to concentrate on directing a movie. So I'm going to get my camera. I'm going to get rent one. I'm going to 做一个電影, right? If he goes, okay, try it. But in the meantime, why don't we look for another job? Maybe, salesperson, marketing or something. Let's get you into a corporate job to earn some money so you can afford to do your hobby, right?
Yeah.
And then when you have a hobby, if your hobby turns into a job, great.
很好
If it doesn't, blah, blah. Now,
這是很好
that's realistic.
是啊
Right.
這是很好
Now, you could say to your child, who says, I'm going to be a director. Great, go be a director. Go for it.
No 這是很
And they'll go, I can't, my rent, I can't pay for
我要怎麼
how
賺
do I
錢
buy
對
food? Don't worry about it. Go do your,
Yeah.
go be a director. There's that attitude, right? You could do whatever you want. You go.
對
Then there's the opposite.
對啊
The negative. Don't be stupid. You're never going to be a director. Just go and get a proper job and do that. That's the negative, right? But then there's the realism in the middle, isn't it? It's kind of like,
對
okay, well, you can still do that,
對
but then you also have to earn some money and you have to be responsible. And
對啊這很好啊就是你有一個夢想很棒但是你也有一個現實你需要去面對
對，這是為什麼不放棄還是放棄 in a sense of if your goal is I want to become a director, sure, great goal. It's my goal. It's still a goal of mine.
對對
But I realize I don't have $150 million budget for my epic fantasy movie that I want to make. So in the meantime, I've got to do something else, haven't I?
是啊對啊對啊
But, to be fair, I'm not actively doing anything
但是你說
to pursue that goal.
但是你
right
說
now.
不放棄但是放棄你不需要放棄你的夢想啊 right？ 因为你在工作的同时，你在你知道 raise your family 的同时，你不一定要放弃你的梦想啊。
No, that's true.
对啊
Unless 你的目标是 just like it's just so crazily out of it's just not going to happen.
对
For example, I want to be an astronaut. Me, not going to happen. For so many reasons. Like eyesight. You know, you have to like have like 20/20 vision. I think, or maybe that's a pilot.
Oh.
They won't let you like fly a plane unless you get 20 vision.
Oh.
You can't have glasses, that kind of stuff. Like there's, for example, if you said I want to be an air hostess.
Huh?
Yeah, you know when you get on a plane, they help you and they go, you know, your seat's over here, and they bring you food and whatever. You have to be a certain height.
对，这是我以前的梦想。
Yeah, but like,
yeah,
if you're realistic,
对
I know
对
it's
对
upsetting sometimes.
是啊
But but being realistic, you're not going to be one.
对
Okay, it's upsetting,
对
but likelihood is not.
没关系
So if you kept saying to your mum, I'm going to be an air hostess, and they didn't want to hurt your feelings, they'd be like, okay, you go do that. Right?
对啊
Or they could be negative and say, you know, that's never going to happen. Or they could say, well, you see, they can't even say well with that
可
one.
以
You need 需要放弃.
在我20岁的时候，我当然就放弃了啊。但是你看你年纪啊，如果你是还很年轻的话，你可能可以长很高啊。
Yeah. 你用你的想象 you can 梦想
可以
没关系。
对
但是他们需要 like 做一个 like 很小的飞机，所以你可以 like 成为an air stewardess.
很小的空姐。
I think they're called cabin crew or something now, aren't they? They used to be called air stewardesses or air stewards or something.
Oh, we just call it Sky Sister.
Oh, okay.
空姐
yeah. So they have to make a really small plane for like small people for you to be
这
one.
真的是我以前的梦想欸。其实我真的想要当一个
So you can
空
travel and
姐。
stuff.
对啊，
My cousin's doing it.
对，好羡慕哦。
Yeah, but yeah.
Yes， 还是啦，这是年轻时候的梦想，就是你想要到处飞，然后去每个世界看一看嘛。
Yeah.
对啊，但是真的就是因为我太矮了，所以
Do you know 你知道like 很多地方有绿色的草，and 你上那个草
最绿，我
yeah.
更绿。
And it's not. It very rarely is 最绿
Yeah.
or yeah.
但是这不代表一定是明我不能去世界看一看啊。
No, but like I'm not an air steward. I've never been one.
我没有说我一定要去哪里住，但是我想要去看看。
This is 不一样。
对
And
不一
the
样
work is probably not it's probably not what you expect. I would imagine it's hard work. You know, you have to obviously, you're on the flight, you're working for 14 hours or whatever long the flight. Then you get to your hotel, you're really damn tired. You probably go to bed. You wake up the next day and you have to get back on a plane again and do another 14 hours
不一定啊，
or to wherever, right?
有可能如果你you have a tight schedule 可能啊。
Right, but it's probably not fun parties and all that stuff.
哇，年轻的时候 you never know。
I mean,
对吧？
I'm trying to make it more realistic
我懂
in the sense of, you know, people can Instagram picture all they like about how much fun it is, but probably, I hope it is. If
但
it's
是
not,
它还
then
是一个经验啊，你懂吗？就是它还是一个经验。如果真的我可以当成一个空姐的话，这还是一个很好的经验啊。就是我可以真的去看，印度长什么样子，我可以去看美国长什么样子，我可以去看澳洲长什么样子。
But you're not there for long enough to do that.
No， 但是我可以去看看嘛，就可以去别的国家看看他们有什么不一样的东西呀，对不对？
You go to the 飞机场 and just have a look.
不一样。
Yeah, I know, but you're staying near the airport anyway, obviously, aren't you? You're not going to go tour it. You're not a tourist.
你可以啊，有些人会到 capital 去啊。
But you're not. So, okay, so what you're saying to me is that air stewards, and if this is true, it'd be great. But air stewards, they fly on their flight, they get off, they spend a couple of weeks in a country just messing
我没有
about,
说
having
couple of weeks，
parties.
就是1天我2天。
Right. So you get off a 14-hour flight, you're tired,
对啊，
you go to sleep. You go to your hotel room, you go to sleep.
有可能啊，或是他们不睡啊
Or they don't sleep at all.
他们就工作，然后晚上去 party 也会啊。
Smashed out their faces.
Yeah.
And then the next day, they have to get back on another flight.
对啊
So they've got
有
half
可能
a day maybe between flights to have a look at to have a look at what? Around the hotel. Or just to walk around the city for a couple of
可
hours.
以啊，2个小时3个小时
I'd want a week.
哈
I'd want a week.
没有，你现在是用你37岁的 mindset 去看这个工作。你要想，年轻空姐这个工作是你可能20岁你就要去做的工作。
Yeah.
所以他们那时候年轻，他们有一个很 pure heart， 他们可以去看他们想要看的东西，他们的生活是不一样的。
There are plenty of air stewardesses and stewards who are in their 30s. Thank you very much.
我说一开始你要当这个工作的时候是20岁，
不要啊！
没有，我没有生气，是没有。你要想不一样的，你要用不一样的 A 去想他们对这个工作的那个 passion 是什么。所以当你要当空姐的时候，通常都是你20岁，你要很年轻的时候开始当空姐。
Yeah. So yeah. But what I'm saying is, it's harder work than you think it is.
呀，当然啊，每个工作都很
It's
累
not all
啊。
parties and touring countries.
但我没有说一定都是，我是说他们可以用这个机会，没有not everyone has a lot of money.
Yeah.
可以去旅游。
Yeah.
但是如果你可以用这个工作，然后到每个地方去看一看，这是很好的机会啊。
But you probably they probably go into that job thinking, oh yeah, it's going to be parties, fun. I'm going to go traveling the whole world.
Well,
and
then
see
that is a
everywhere.
wrong mindset. 因为
Right.
他们会有 train， 他们一定会有 training section， 他们会
Yeah.
告诉他们你需要做什么，
Yeah.
你的工作是什么。
You need to be here on this time. You need
对。
to come back then. You need to do
对
this.
啊。
You can't be drunk or hungover.
对啊，所以如果你是用这种 mindset 去工作，你一定会被 fire 掉。
Yeah.
然后你必须，那你就知道哦 ，this doesn't suit me， 这不是我要的， 对吧？
Yeah.
对啊。
And it's the same for pilots. They drink apparently.
Pilot 我不知道，
They
我不
get
知道
drunk,
他们的
they get
生活。Yeah，even 他们也可以在飞机上喝啊。
Not the pilot.
有啦
They drink in the lounge before they fly.
Yeah， 对啊，他们还是可以在飞机的时候喝醉啊，对不对？
Yeah, 欢迎来到我们会去从
不要飞。
英国到台湾。
Yeah.
我好在
对。
所以 will be
Yeah， 我觉得飞行员的工作，我不知道飞行员的工作，但是我听很多空姐他们的故事，就是很多人像年轻人，他们会觉得哦，我要去玩，我可以工作，
see,
我可以玩。
That's the wrong mindset.
对，我要说的是，这个如果你用这样子的心情去工作是不对的。
Yeah.
对，但是你可以用这个工作去make your dream come true， 就是如果你想要看很多国家的话，是可以的。
I think the better way, if you're 年轻, the better way to do that is to work for a year, get some temp jobs and stuff, right? Save up, live with your parents, save up every single penny you get for a year of work, right? Don't go out, live a real boring life, stay in all the time. I realize that sounds awful. Save as much money as you possibly can and then go traveling yourself for free. Like, I don't mean free, as in free of 工作. Get on a plane, go live in Thailand for 6 months or 3 months in this country, 3 months in Australia, 3 months in, just backpack for a year.
Yeah.
Experience the world that way with your savings instead of getting a job. Because actually, the job...
就工作比较方便啊。
I don't think any job is going to give you that experience.
当然不是even 你是空姐 you can't go and see all the countries in the world， 这是不可能的。
And you can't even experience them. Because you've been there for a day doesn't mean you've experienced Australia.
对，你可能是 like shallow， 就是 you experience shallow culture
Because your feet have touched the floor and you've seen some souvenirs. You haven't experienced the country.
这个我们说过嘛，你住在一个国家跟去一个国家旅游是不一样的。
Yeah.
就是
That's why you should backpack.
你的文化的吸收是不一样的。
Yeah, do it properly. Also, if you spent 2 weeks in a country, you still haven't experienced the culture.
对。
I mean, you've tasted it.
对，所以
You've dipped your toes into... I was going to say something different then, but I stopped myself. You dipped your toes into it. You splashed around in the pool of 文化. You haven't taken a dive. You need to dive in. And to dive in, you need time. Because the water's cold, guys. The water's cold.
好啦，反正所以我才说你要去看看嘛，就是你不是真的去生活，你是去看看这个国家。And maybe 你可能会找到你可能喜欢的国家，然后到这个国家去住，也可能变成你的梦想啊。
There's one 国家我要去。
好
Bhutan.
Yeah.
Because they say it's the happiest country in the world, right? And once I've been there, I'll know if it's true. Not if Bhutan's the happiest country in the world, because I'll never really know unless I live there for a while, because you don't actually know. If you go there, you go, oh, it's so lovely. No. You've been there for 10 days. You don't really know, right?
Yeah.
It's the people.
对
I didn't really know Taiwan for years.
对
It took me a number of years to actually, and living in a local area, not in the city or with tourists and Taipei and that stuff with Uigoran everywhere.
对
And Taiwanese who are used to Uigoran. We were living in a very, very traditional local area
对
with just Taiwanese people who didn't particularly like Uigoran.
对
So
好可怜哦
then you learn the real culture of the country, right? Not in these fantasy. But see, I wouldn't learn Bhutan unless we lived there for a long time. But you're not allowed to, I don't think. But if we go there and we found, and it is really happy, great. And if it's not, none of it, then in my mind, I can settle on the fact that there's no such thing as like a perfect country or at the happiest, or you'll be happiest in a place. It's not the place. It's the people and yourself. 自己 more importantly. Do you know what I mean?
我觉得
That make it happy.
对啊
Your troubles follow you no matter where you live.
对啊，你如果你是一个开心的人，你到哪里都会很开心。
Yeah. So even in Bhutan, where we have those semadong or the chi
企鹅
no, they're chi 企鹅
企鹅是我喜欢的东西。
not chi pie. Those little deer like Milu, they can chi like Milu. They're in Fantastic Beasts.
麒麟啊
Qiling, are they?
麒麟，他们有麒麟。
That's where they were in the movie, weren't they? I think in Bhutan, that's where they were. They had the final ceremony thing.
那个在不丹哦。
Yeah, that's Bhutan. Yeah.
你怎么知道？
Because it said it, I think.
哦，有吗？他有说。
It said it somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
They went there, and then that Qiling thing was there. Yeah. So we could go and find one.
好。
Stroke it and take it home.
Okay.
And then see the future in its blood.
好啦。
I wonder what future would you not want to see in the blood of a Qiling?
这个很深欸
It is a bit sun, isn't it? Yeah. And by the way, that's just the first word. I was just saying 不反气 or 反气. Yeah, that was where it came off of it.
这个很深欸，就是你不想要看到什么。
I suppose death.
我觉得 我觉得是跟任何人分开的 moment， 就是因为我们不知道未来会怎么样，我们也不知道我们的孩子会怎么样，所以是 any like living moment 我都不想看。
未来 like 如果你可以看的未来，这是很困惑的主题，因为如果你看你的未来，你可以换它。
对。
And that
这样就不是未来了啊。
That makes it
不一样的
not real.
对。
But then, if you were this is a bit 好 If you see your future, let's say something simple, not nasty, not deep, just like we get a house, nice house, right? Now we've looked in the blood of I've strangled the Qiling, and I looked in its eyes. Right? Oh no, actually no, I wouldn't strangle it because you need its blood, don't you? So you need to cut it. Okay. Anyway,
用错方式。
This is 残酷, right? 残酷, right?
Yeah, 也很残酷。
So I strangle the deer, and then I don't know, bite it, and I get its blood, right? We look in it, we look in the blood, and we see that we have like a 很好的 很 like 大的房间房子。And we think, oh, amazing, right? We both see it. Then you don't see the lead up to it. You don't see what we do to get there. You just see the house and us standing outside it with the family. And Kyrie's grown up a little bit and whatever. And we had like this, you know. because we saw it, does that change it? Or does that mean we had to have seen that in order to get it? And then we don't know how to get there. So it's like, how do we get the house there? What
你
do
会
we...
变得更紧张，对不对？
You're like, what do you have to do? Do I do something to get the house? Do we have to sell something? Is it a gambling thing? Do I just win it? Do I just do nothing? Do I just carry on with life and then suddenly we can get the house? Or do you know what I mean? I'd start like getting panicky.
那不要看呢、啊。
不放弃还是放弃 I think my last point on the fancy thing is if your 目标 is ridiculous. No. If you try your 目标 and it doesn't work in a certain period of time,
你要换一个。
You have to 选择。You have a 选择 It's 不放弃还是放弃 or 放弃还是不放弃 or 放弃不放弃。
好啦，你已经讲很多次。
And then also in that story was hammersmith, which you don't really hear much.
不会。
吹匠 Usually you hear blacksmith, which is 铁匠 isn't it?
铁匠，没错。
铁匠 because they work with metal in general.
对啊。
But 锤子 sorry.
锤匠。
锤匠锤子 is a hammer.
对。
So a hammersmith would be a 锤匠. Also, 工坊 is a good word in the story as well. Workshop, you can not use that as a workshop for some kind of duty.
会议。这是一个地方啦，它是你工作的地方。
It's a physical place, yeah.
对，所以如果像 Dan 他有自己的 DIY 的工坊，
他有一个，
对，他有一个，那个地方就叫做工坊。
Yeah. Another good word in the story is 威胁 which is to threaten.
对啊
I thought as well. 传统 which we actually mentioned right at the beginning of the show.
对，传统。
我们的传统 is 我们需要泡茶。
我有一个问题，在英国，因为像在台湾，我知道有些很不一样，有些传统它已经 is dying。有在台湾，像是台语，这是一个传统，但是这个它是一个语言啦。
I think it's a 文化 also thing, not so much a 传统。
OK， 粽子。
Okay,
rice dumpling.
Yeah.
我不是说粽子没有人吃，是很少人会自己做。
Will make them themselves. Yeah.
现在的人都是用买的。
Yeah, but I think my opinion, and this is directly related. 关系有一个关系是Christmas. Used to be about Jesus. The birth of Jesus. 是 and more religious. Now I say more than. In modern times, it's mostly about
礼物
presents and gathering of, getting, but there's still a lovely
喝酒
reason for, getting together, and there's like the magic of Christmas around it and Santa and all this kind of stuff. But it's more about Santa than it is about, obviously, especially in non-religious circles. And as we become more like multicultural,
对
the less prevalence, the actual meaning of the tradition.
对
Easter, they don't probably have any. Kids now think that it's about chocolate eggs and a bunny.
对啊，就是他就那个传统就不见了，就是那个故事已经不在了。
So this is why you say 粽子 and 清明节 yeah as well. Tomb sweeping and
对，已经也没有到很少啦，就是大家还是会做。但是我们家的传统就没有了，因为我们已经不会去做这个东西了。像你说像圣诞节嘛，那我们的过年也是啊，已经很少人会 follow 以前的传统，就比如说穿红色的衣服啊，或者是
Costco will have a tree in there for a day or a couple of days, a week or something.
很少，或者是像有其中一个传统是你需要 stay up。Until 12 o'clock，这个也没有人会做，unless 你会去来打麻将或是喝酒
，OK，
你才会真的就是守岁到12点。所以也是过年有很多的传统也慢慢的不见了。对，所以就这些传统就是也需要好好的被保持啦，还是大家都要知道这些东西在干嘛啊
？I think also, well, I mean, obviously, the country's getting more generationally. Countries getting more modern, Taiwan getting more modern, they're going to move away from traditions. As Taiwan becomes more mixed with immigration and stuff, you'll find it'll slow things down.
变得更不一样。
And it will change, yeah. And
英国有吗？有什么传统？
Well, I mean, Christmas for one, you know, Sunday roast on the Sundays. You know, the religious Chantong are the biggest ones for this country. Easter and stuff, Christmas, I think. But obviously we have loads of mixed cultures now here. So they celebrate their own religious festivals and, you know, Diwali and Eid and all this kind of stuff and whatever. And, but we have like other like there's some strange cultural things in England traditionally, like, well, culturally, this is not a tradition. The pub is a English tradition. And culture going to a pub and having a drink and whatever.
因为喝酒的文化就是在这里是很热门很有名的。
Yeah. It's a thing, you know, going to have a pint at the whatever. Also maypole dancing. Now, you've never heard of this or seen it, but you should see it because it's a very it's no offense, silly.
Maple dancing.
Yeah, so imagine this, if you will.
How?
A large wooden pole stretching up to the sky about 3-4 meters tall.
How?
Big, thick wooden pole. On top of the pole, ribbons, colourful ribbons that come down.
How?
At the end of each ribbon is a man. Yeah? Holding the ribbon is a man.
Okay, how?
And there's several men holding all of these ribbons around this pole. On the man, there are bells wrapped around their legs and arms. Some of the men have tiny sticks.
干嘛?
And they will skip around the pole.
How?
Shaking their bells and hitting their sticks. Wrapping the ribbons around the pole until it creates a pattern. Around the whole thing, like wrap it like whilst they're right?
我想看.
Yeah, okay. And that's maypole dancing.
Maple, 这是一种叶子吗?
I'm assuming it happens in May.
真的哦?
I guess.
我没有听过耶.
Little villages and stuff. I used to see quite a few, yeah. Where the men would get dressed up in weird costumes and put bells on them and chinga 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 chinga.
你都没有新闻，也没有什么影片耶.
I've never showed you it, no. But it's very traditional.
所以现在没有人会做这件事情.
Well, they will, yeah. Little villages and stuff, country folks. I might ask Janie. She's probably been to a maypole dance or two.
是哈?
Yeah. I don't know where barn dancing is. That an American thing? Barn dancing? Do-si-do and all that kind of stuff. Do you know that one?
我不知道.
You'd have fun at do-si-do. You'd probably be really embarrassed to do it, but I think you'd have fun.
什么是 do-si-do? 这是在
you barn dance. You dance to like Give me up, I've been waiting long ago. Where did they come from? That one.
这是在婚礼跳的那种吗?
It's no. You're in a barn. It's called a barn dance. You're dancing together. You can dance with anyone, and you do like. I have to show you a video. It's easier to explain than to show you than.
你觉得我在那个 The Crown 看过吗? 他们都会
barn dancing.
对啊,
no,
会不会?
Ballroom dancing.
Ballroom.
Ballroom is for sure a thingy as well.
对啊，他们都会就是扶着大家的屁股在那边.
Like the big dress and the.
不是，他们是很多人排一排.
Oh yeah, that one.
然后他们会就是扶着大家的屁股，然后就这样。这个
Oh, that's
这个跳舞
yeah,
叫什么?
In the Crown.
对啊.
Is this really traditional old style?
我觉得应该是.
I don't even know if they happen anymore. Those style dances.
有吧?
The men will
婚礼吧?
The women will
那个也有.
Ding 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 ding. They all look very miserable about life. No one's really enjoying themselves. They're doing it because they have to, you know. Thank you, madam. And off they go, you know.
Yeah.
What's that?
我喜欢那个 ballroom dance.
You want to go do ballroom dance?
就是大家，就是他们很多朋友嘛，我家人他们会就是排一排，然后大家都扶着屁股就脚这样，这种舞。
You know, my mum has medals for dancing, doing ballroom dancing.
真的。
Yeah,
她喜欢嘛？她喜欢跳舞。
In 比赛。
对啊。
Yeah, she used to when she was younger. When she was young and vibrant, but now she is 71 and not so vibrant. Although, you know, she'll occasionally do a Zumba.
Yeah.
Still.
可爱.
That's fair enough, isn't it? For someone that age, for sure. And I want to continue just one more, a couple more. So we've done 传统, Norley is efforts. 工艺 is craft.
对 craft.
出色的 outstanding or remarkable. I think that's another good one. And then 传承 to pass on, as in like your tradition.
对，传承是一个还不错的单字啊，因为现在大家mixed family 越来越多了嘛，所以他们一定会想要传承他们自己的国家的文化，就像我们一样啊，就是每一次如果有台湾的 holidays， 我们都会想要跟我们的孩子传承，就是这个节日在做什么呀，要吃什么啊，然后跟故事嘛。
I mean, it'll be a shame for our kids not to at least learn about the traditions. Although I think they need to go back and do some of them in Taiwan. Like go and do some of them. Whatever that means. I don't know how you do Chinese New Year or like do Qingmingjie. Go do that. It's not my grave. Do it. Well, I don't know who this person is. No, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at least the thing is that learning's fine, but I want them to care.
是
And that's tough.
对
They have to.
因为你在不同的国家真的会很难去感觉到
It's the feeling. Because you can learn and go, oh, that's interesting, but it's not that. They need to care about it and like.
对
But the thing is, I feel that, for example, if that would happen, if we were in Taiwan now, that would happen in reverse.
对啊，英国的
Yeah, and you're like, well, we do this Sunday roast thing, whatever. And be like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, but you don't care. You don't get excited about a Sunday roast, do you? Because you don't know it.
所以你一定要有活动啊，你要想一些活动啊。如果在台湾的话，我们可能就每个星期天我们都要做一个 roast dinner 给他们吃。
Yeah.
就会在他们的回忆里面就会有一个印象，就好像我的爸爸妈妈真的在星期日都会做这个东西给我吃，
Yeah.
就会是变成他们的感觉。
Yeah.
对啊
I mean, they already like他们会吃 like 水饺 and stuff. They haven't learned 筷子，他们不可以用筷子 and that kind of stuff, but they will, and they'll care more, I think, as they get logical. And they go, oh, right, I understand where I'm at.
对
Yeah. Sorry, this was Kyrie was talking about something. Yeah, it just made me laugh. I can't say it.
对啊，好啦，希望就是在你们的国家，然后你们如果有什么特别的文化啊、特别的传统啊，记得要好好的 protect them， 保护他们，然后把他们传承给你们的孩子。就是我觉得传统跟文化都是很美的。
Yeah.
就是很棒的回忆，就是一种对我来讲是一种 belonging， 就是我的东西
belonging，
对 belonging，就是这是我的东西，然后我希望把这个东西给我的孩子，给我的孙子，然后继续的下去。
Yeah.
对啊。
There you go.
可爱的故事。
All right, guys. Either way, check out the app if you haven't yet. Let us know what you think. There's 56 stories on there, along with dozens and dozens of other stuff that you can totally get involved in, listen to on your driving. Well done to JJ for
完成
for finishing and catching up from Zilitary. He went from 1 all the way to 3, 4. So he'll be happy to know that it's 335 out now. Also, we got a lovely message as well from someone who said that they are a Canadian-born Chinese with a couple of children teaching their kids, and who are a fan of the show, and they're currently on episode 100, and they're not going to get to this episode for a long time.
And they're figuring out if we have the third baby
they
or not.
Still don't know whether we had it. Yeah. So thanks so much for writing in. We appreciate you. And we'll catch you next time. Check out mandarinmonkey.com. Grab a lesson. It's free. You can get a free 30-minute lesson with Youre. Or a number of Mandarin Monkey's teachers.
没错
mandarinmonkey.com. Love you.
谢谢你们，周末快乐 Happy Weekend， 再见。
Bye these.